Hey everybody, this is my coin collection part 3. And what you're looking at right now are Roosevelt dimes. As you can see, I only have most of the copper nickel clad issues right there. All of these are in silver. I only have 8 silver dimes. I just started collecting those, so I really haven't been able to find much. They're in pretty good quality. I mean, the one you see the one right there. Let me close it up for you. See the 1964D. It's like in perfect quality, shiny, good. Yeah, all my other ones are in okay quality. I also have one from 1946 S and P or plain. It's either going to be no mint mark, D or S. No mint mark means Philadelphia, D means Denver, and S means San Francisco. You probably, if you collect coins, you notice that San Francisco coins are not as common as the other ones, usually. Not all the time, but usually. That's because the San Francisco's mint purpose was to distribute coins on the West Coast. And Philadelphia and Denver, they went all around the nation. So San Francisco was a fairly small mint. Denver and Philadelphia were bigger. Here, let me show you the other dimes. And as you can see, I don't have many silver ones. They started making these in 1946, right after the end of World War II, and President Roosevelt's death. Oh, and also I wanted to talk to you about mint mark locations. If your coin was made 1968 and after, the mint mark, you probably can see it. It will be right there. You see that tiny dot right above the date? It'll be right there. If your coin was made 1964 through 1946, the mint mark will be right here. I don't know if you can see that, the tiny dot right by the edge of the torch. It'll be right there, the tiny little D. You see there? I think you can see that. It's a tiny little dot to you. Yeah. It'll be right there. And as I said, it'll be either nothing, a D, or an S. On the later issues, they'll have P's for Philadelphia. Yeah, that's Roosevelt dimes. Before Roosevelt dimes, they had mercury dimes, also known as winged Liberty dimes. And mercury, what people think is on the dime, is the Roman messenger god. But really, let me close up so you can see. That is not the Roman messenger god. That is really Liberty, and the wings on her hat symbolize freedom of thought. Yeah. So it's really not Mercury depicted on the coin, but it's winged Liberty. But I mean, it's okay to call it Mercury. Nobody's gonna attack you for it. And I call it Mercury all the time. I mean, but really it's winged Liberty, not Mercury. They made those from 1916 to 1945. I don't think they made any in 1922, 32, or 33. Let me show you some of the earlier issues. As you can see, the earlier issues aren't in that great of quality. I have the 1916 and the 1916S. The 1916D, the mintage was very scarce. As you can see, it was only 264,000. Yeah. And then I got the 1917, 1918, 1919, 1920, 1923, and going on. I don't have any of these. I only got the 1935. Then goes on to the 1939. And then finally, where they stopped, the 1940s. Yeah. And those are mercury dimes. The empty space you see there, 1945, D, 1945 D. It's, I just haven't been able to find one yet. Find one soon. Here's some more examples of mercury dimes that I have. These are the rest of my mercury dimes. Just spare loose mercury dimes that don't fit into my books. All of these were given to me as a big present. I didn't buy any of these. And the ones in plastic were of superior quality, so I wanted to preserve those. And let me show you a real good close-up of them. A good way to tell if your mercury dime is good is if you see the faces, the little axe with the little sticks on it, if the details are very good in the faces, like the little bands across it and the lines are visible, that means you got a good mercury dime. If it's worn off, it's not that good. The mint mark on the mercury dimes is right there. You see that tiny little dot? That's the mint mark on the mercury dimes. And you might mistake that for the mint mark. That's the designer's initials. And that's the mint mark. And it has a little olive branch around that. Yeah. Those are the mercury dimes. And they're pretty cool too. Made of 90% silver, really shiny if you got them good. And most of these are in pretty good quality. Now before the mercury dime, they had the barber dime. You're looking at it right now. The reason they called this a barber dime was because the guy who made this, his last name was Barber, of course. This one happens to be from 1914. It's in pretty good quality. You can still see all the details. Really good. I don't have any barber coins from the 1800s. I bought all of mine from the early 1900s. And in a few years, this coin will have its 100th birthday. On the back, you got a little wreath that says 1 dime. A wreath is a little thing around the 1 dime. And the mint mark is right there. I think, yeah, right there. It's a D. It means it's made in Denver. And yeah, that's the barber dime. They made these from 1892 to 1916, along with all of the other barber coins. They had a dime, a half dollar, and a quarter. I'll show you those in future videos. Right there. All of the barber coins have the same front, but different reverse, different back. I don't have much to say about that one, but it's a pretty cool coin. Good quality, 90% silver. Oh yeah, and yeah, that's the barber dime. Hey everybody, this is the last coin I'll show you guys today, and I'm running out of time, so I'm gonna have to make this short and sweet. That's the front. This is a Seated Liberty dime, and on the shield it says Liberty right there, and she's holding a Liberty cap. Most of the old figures on the coins are wearing it, like the Mercury, the Barber, and the Morgan dollar. It's from 1856. It has 13 stars around it, and she's holding a little shield. And on the back, you have 1 dime with a little wreath, and it says United States of America. Almost all old coins have wreaths on them. Wreaths and scrolls, all that good stuff. Well, that was my coin video. I hope you enjoyed, and my part 4 quarters will be out shortly. Thank you.